Hello everyone, Abron here, and today I have a different kind of video that I want to make, and as you can already tell, it's a tier list video, and it's a tier list video for the Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 soundtracks. Now, the reason why I want to do this is, well, I can't play Tekken 8 anymore. So I thought, you know what? Why not do something else? I mean, I still have Tekken 7 content, of course, but I thought, why not branch out a little bit and do some ratings for old soundtracks? But in this case, I'm going to be rating the arcade versions of the OSTs. Main reason why, I actually went back and played Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 and so on, because I was just wanting to go back for nostalgia factors, and I was like, damn, the music is so good, actually. Like most of the times, which is why I'm going to be rating them. And for Tekken 2 and Tekken 1, or for Tekken 1, Tekken 2, my PS2 digital versions, they don't really work for some reason. And I tried another one, but it crashes like halfway through. But the arcade versions, however, they work perfectly fine through Tekken 5 actually. So I was like, you know what? I'll just rate them instead of the PlayStation versions. If you guys want me to instead do the PlayStation version for the future or for other videos, then just let me know. Anyway, I will also be listening live to it, so all of you can also hear it. And of course, if you don't agree with my tier list, let me know in the comments down below what it should be in your opinion. Anyway, let's get started with the Tekken 1 character select. Also, I can't really speak too loud, it's like 4 a.m. in the morning, so yeah. Alright, had to pause for a minute there to get the audio fixed. But okay, let's listen to it again. This is just very iconic. Yeah. Okay, so I might be a little bit biased here, but this is just very iconic to me, and of course, very much a nostalgia boost. I even picked this as my character select in Tekken 7 for quite some time. So, is it very good? No. Is it the best? Absolutely not. Is it average? I guess. I'm a good average. Yes, a good average. Alright, let's go to the next one. Marine Stadium in Japan. Yeah, I don't even need to think about this. I just really love the stage itself. It's simple, of course, but does it fit the stage? Perhaps not as much, but it's just very good music, it gets you a little bit pumped up. I like it. Alright, now let's hear the next one. Chicago, and I already know what rating I'm gonna be giving it. On the PlayStation version it has like this 1, 2, 3, 4, but yeah, this is going on the best. Dun 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 dun. There's just something about the music and the stage, the night setting on like the skyscraper. I just really love it. So in my opinion, it is the best. And just listen to it. Dun 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 dun. Ah, so good, so good. And then we're gonna wait. Yes, yes, yes. It deserved the best in my opinion. From what I remember, a lot of people in the community also really like that song. But I'm not too sure. Let me know. Alright, next up, Sichuan, China. China. Man, did I say China? What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, you can already hear the China in this. May sound weird with how I say it, but I mean, you know what I mean. And the gong that you hear. Wasn't this also Law's music? I'm not too sure, but yeah, is it? It's a little bit better than average, I'd say. I'll put it as good, but below Marine Stadium. Yeah, I think that's where it belongs. All right, next up, Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Ooh, now that I hear this again, wasn't this also Kunimitsu's music, or am I confused with like Tekken 2 Kunimitsu music? Maybe it's because it's the arcade version. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Okay, I think this is good. But doesn't get me really pumped up to fight. Maybe not as much. There's like some mystery to this song. And you also have to appreciate the background. I'd say it's good average again, if I can. There we go. Maybe I'll change the rating. Who knows? Alright. Next up, we have Fiji. I think everyone, absolutely everyone who has ever played Tekken or even listened to the music once has come across Fiji. And the remix that they made in... hold on. Yeah, there we go. And the remix that they did in Tekken Tag 2 really boosted its popularity again. So, I don't even have to explain this. It's going on the best. It's just so iconic. It's not really fighting music, but it's just so upbeat. Everyone just loves it universally. Then again, maybe it also sounds like it doesn't belong in Tekken, but oh well. Almost everyone loves it. I love it. So there it goes. Next up, we have the Acropolis from Greece. I already know what I'm gonna rate this. It's good. It's like a solid 6. Solid 6, I'd say. Maybe I should also not do this in tier lists. Oh well, I think it's fine as it is. Yeah, but for a number I'd give that one a 6 for sure. Maybe 6.5 if I'm being generous. Yeah. Okay, next up, Kyoto, Japan. Okay. I think almost every single anime watcher out there will recognize that first little part. Oh! Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I like it. I like it. But is it good? Like, is it Marine Stadium-ish? Ah, that's a good one. Is it as good as Sichuan? Yeah, I'd say it is. Okay. Alright, next up, King George Island, Antarctica. There's always one funny thing about this stage music in my opinion. Like, you're fighting on Antarctica. Usually against like Jack or sometimes even Heihachi from what I recall. And honestly, this does not sound like, how should I say this, an Antarctic type music. Like, when I think of Arctic music, I think to like the Tekken 5 Frozen Paradise, I think it was called. When I hear this, I don't even think of anything related to snow or ice. But as the song itself, of course, I don't know actually. Average? I think it's better than Greece, perhaps. I'll say average. We haven't really had a bad or a decent one yet, so that's a good sign actually. That's a very good sign. But okay, let's go to Venezia, Italy. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. So I actually really like this song as well. Is it the best? No. Not at all. Well, maybe to some. I'd say this is a very good one regardless. Now, it's not what you think of when you think of like Italy with the pasta, the pizza, and the lasagna. But it's just a very ominous type of track. I think usually you also like face sub bosses here if I remember correctly. I I think when I've played as Kazuya, I was fighting Lee here. But then again, I think in another playthrough I did on another stage as well. So I'm not sure if it's related or not, but I really like it. I really like it. Alright, next up, oh, I'm gonna butcher this name. Windermere, UK. Ooh. Man, I forgot about this one actually. I completely forgot about this one. It sounds very similar to what we just heard, Venezia. Well, at least the beginning. It is more upbeat, gets you more pumped to fight. Ooh, this is a difficult one to rate actually. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. That gives it a little nudge. Is it better than China? Ah, this is difficult. Wait, was it even China? I think that was Kyoto, and I'm stupid. Perhaps the best average so far, close to good. Yeah. Good. Okay, next up, Monument Valley. I already know what I'm gonna give this. Okay, so my main complaint about Monument Valley, you could also argue this is Michelle's stage. There it is. It just reminds me of like a western, and then it immediately turns into this, the most ominous thing I've ever heard in horror movies. I'm not sure what I should be rating this. Well, I think this is gonna be the first decent, because when I was playing the game, when I was fighting on the stage, I almost fell asleep. Because it's just boring. While it is ominous and stuff, it's not Tekken type music. It's not like, it doesn't get you any type of hype to fight. It just puts me to sleep. The stage itself is quite beautiful though, for the time. But nah, I'm not a fan of this. Let me know what you think of Monument Valley. I just really don't like it that much. I'm not gonna say it's bad. Nah, that might be a little bit too harsh actually. It's either decent or bad. For the time... Nah, I can't judge like that. I'll keep this at bad, actually, for now. I'm probably gonna make someone angry in the comments, but nah, I'll keep it as bad. If you think it's better, just explain to me why you think that. I'm actually eager. But okay, now that we're done with Tekken 1, we're gonna head over to Tekken 2 and do the same thing there. So, let's see here. Tekken 2 Fighter Select. And please, Spotify, don't give me an ad. Thank you. Is it better than the Tekken 1? Tekken 1 version though? Nah, it isn't. It really isn't. I'm gonna give this a decent. I know it's a character select, but it's a lot more boring than the first one. Yeah, I'll let it stay decent. So we have our first bad and decent. So okay, I think it's gonna autoplay to the next. Okay, yeah, perfect timing. Next up we have Michelle. And it's funny because that's pretty much the exact same stage as Monument Valley, but the music is just so much better right now. Yeah, I like it. Am I gonna... I think I'll add it to good. Good or high average. It's fun music though, it really is fun. Also, why is this image cropped? Man, I picked a bad one. Oh god. First Tekken 2 song to be ranked good, but last of good. Almost average. Alright, next up we have Lei Wulong enter Jackie Chan. Well, meanwhile I'm gonna check out Spotify just to make sure it's the right track. I think it is. Yeah, this is Lay's team. I recognize it now. I'm gonna give this a higher average. Yeah, I think that's fine. And there's still ads on Spotify. Wow, I never should stop premium. Okay, next up, let's see. Also, that can get out of here. Next up, we have martial law. Enter the dragon. I already know the rest of the track, so I'm gonna give this. Yeah. Oh, another high average next to Lay. Also, now that Spotify works again, I'm just gonna quickly check if that was actually Lay's team. Yeah, it was. Okay, okay, good. Next up, we have King. Ah, the bells. The bells. Man, I just really love the stage itself. You're in this, like, church. Was it King's orphanage? No, it's the church, I'm quite sure. Then I think we also see in King's ending, so it could be his orphanage. I'm not too sure. It's just the atmosphere. The atmosphere really does it for me. But the music itself is also great. So I'm gonna say this is another good one. I'll put it above or in front of China. Yeah. Or was it Kyoto? Man, I don't even remember. I'm sorry. Alright. Next up we have Jun Kazama. The introduction of Kazuya's waifu. Man, it's very funny how we have her back after like, what, 20 years? Over 20 years it took for her to be back in a canon Tekken game. Because Tekken 2 was her first and final canon Tekken appearance. Because Tag 1 and Tag 2, they don't count. What am I gonna rate this though? I know the PlayStation version is very good, but I'm only rating the arcade right now because I played on it. I'll say... Where is it? Yep, there it is. Okay. Better than Michelle. Maybe even better than King, actually. Better than King. Yeah, definitely. Okay, next up is actually a funny one. I'm not sure what to classify this as, but this is like the sub-boss music. It's also described here as middle class. So, let's hear it. Oh my god, it's this one. Ah, yes. It's so ominous again, very fitting of a boss theme music. Very fitting. Good, definitely good. 100% good. Now, there we go. Yeah, deserved. Okay, next up we have Baek. However the hell I need to pronounce his name. It's this one. Oh no. Okay, I can tell you now, the PlayStation version is not that much better than this. It's just too bombastic. It's too much. I mean, the stage is fine, I guess. But it's just... This is not something I can listen to for a while compared to all the other songs. Nah, I'm sorry, this is another decent. It's the second decent so far. I'm sorry. Nah, I really don't like this one. Okay, next up, Yoshimitsu. It's funny, it's like this is like the same effect that they had for Kyoto stage. It's good though, it's good. It also fits like the typical ninja things with the flutes. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Not better than June in my personal opinion. Maybe better than Kings. Yeah, I'll put it at good. Alright, next. Oh, I know this one already. Paul Phoenix. Yep. The iconic troll. Man, this music really does him justice. I'm sorry. But he's a comedy relief. He just is. So, I want to rate it good. I really want to. And I think I will. Maybe I will demote one of those. I think maybe I'll put Michelle here, high average, as I did say earlier. And put Paul in his place. Or maybe I'll put Michelle, but then again, I don't want to rate too many songs too high, but then again, they're good. Yeah, I'll say high average Michelle. And low good Paul. It's just so fucking funny. Oh, and then that smile. That damned smile. Alright, next up we have a Jack 2. Yeah, ominous. Very ominous. It's so funny how the super lethal killing machine befriends a little girl and then get blasted from space by a death laser. It's so it's so weird. Yeah. Man, where am I gonna rate this? High decent? I mean, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. It's also not that good either, in my opinion. I'll say decent average, yes. Alright, next up, Nina Williams. Yeah, okay, that's what I was waiting for. Not much to say about this track, honestly. Does it fit the character? I'm not sure how you would classify a silent assassin. There we go, the piano. I forgot about this part. That already puts it a little bit higher in my ratings. I'll put this next to Paul, actually. A little bit higher than Paul. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Alright, I already know what's coming up next. I know what rating I'm gonna be giving it. But the next two, or at least the final one at least, that's I think one of my all-time favorites actually. But let's hear Heihachi first. I mean, this one's also so good. So damn good. Isn't it missing a note, or am I thinking of the PlayStation? No, I'm thinking the PlayStation version was different altogether. Or am I missing something? Let's wait. Ah, okay. Nah, this is definitely very good. Very good. Not the best, but very good. So just so ominous, because Heihachi is like the second last boss, if you don't count like Kazuya and Devil Kazuya. Just so good. Really fits it, because you know this is like the end game almost. For a boss team it's very good, because let's be honest, that's exactly what Heihachi is here. I don't know if any of you have even played the arcade version, but Heihachi was a fucking menace. Straight up menace, input reading insane. Same for Kazuya. And I think Heihachi was worse. I might be wrong, but that was just my opinion. Now, next up, and I don't even need to think of this. Yep, there it is. Best, absolute best. It's so iconic that even Smash decided to use this as the opening for the reveal of Kazuya in Smash. It's just so damn good. Just appreciate it for a moment. And the most interesting part about this music is, I saw this in the comment section somewhere, just like this music kind of represents what Kazuya is going through internally, the struggle between his somewhat good side and the devil side, trying to find a balance. Maybe that's also why it's labeled here as Kazuya Mishima Devil Kazuya. It's like a duality. And the most interesting thing about this, in my opinion, is that also in Reina's trailer, you can actually, like the very beginning, the first thing I heard was Kazuya's theme. I was like, wait, what? That sounds almost identical to Kazuya's theme from Tekken 2. Like, if you listen closely to Reina's theme, you might understand what I mean. It's not like the entire track or something, like only the beginning. And I get like heavy Kazuya vibes. Same for Heihachi. There's like parts of Heihachi in the track as well, I mean, which is fitting. But you also hear a lot of Kazuya. Now then, it seems that this is the end of my tier list. Think it looks good. Maybe there are some things I could change around. But yeah, here we go. This is my Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 arcade soundtrack tier list. Not much else to say about this, honestly. As for the next video, that will definitely be about Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag. Now the reason I do Tekken 1, Tekken 2 in this case, for example, is because both games came out 2 years apart, 2-3 years apart, and the music is extremely similar, so it's easier to rate those two games. Same for Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag 1, so I think that's how I'm gonna do it for those two as well, just in one video. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.
Ha!